Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm going to talk today about how I support the protests that are happening in Iran right now, the anti-government protest. Basically, they're just protesting for basic human rights, freedom of speech, freedom of the press, which a lot of them don't have in Iran. And then they're also protesting against corruption, and they're protesting against Iran's foreign policy, and rightfully so. And a lot of them are protesting as well Iran's funding of Hezbollah, which is basically funding a ruthless terrorist organization. So I'm for the protesters. I think the protesters are doing the right thing. There's a lot that the Iranian government is doing that's just not right. I mean, they're persecuting people based on their religious belief, on one's religious beliefs. They're persecuting people because they think differently than the government does. They persecute people for thinking differently. That's just wrong. And it's got to stop. So thumbs up to the peaceful protesters and keep it up, because the protests have already gained some results. Iran, well, they still have a religious police, but the religious police is not going to go and enforce the dress code, and they're not going to arrest a bunch of women for not having their headscarves or not wearing their headscarves properly. So this is a step in the right direction. So keep it up, protesters, man. And it's time that freedom wins. So also, at first the government had talked about that it was basically conservatives in Iran that were coming trying to stir some things up because they didn't like the government, but that's not the case. There's liberal groups right now, or leftist groups in Iran, that are protesting alongside the conservatives because they're fed up with all the stuff the Iranian government, has been doing for years. So I hope everyone's doing well. Take care. God bless them. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.